Can you speak loud? I'm recording. Oh. Topic: legalization of drugs. The war on drugs is arguably one of the most expensive and following strategies the American government has adopted. Since its beginning in the early 1970s, the government has criminalized more Americans on the grounds than any other, making it hard for some Americans to get decent jobs and on the living a normal productive life. Why are some drugs legal and others drugs illegal today? In my speech today, I will show you just how different countries around the world are handling the drugs issue and how their population have been doing since implemented these controversial and radical new law. So should drugs be legal in America? Based on my research, I have found that most drugs are illegal, not based on any scientific assessment of the relative risk of the drugs, but it has everything to do with who is associated with these drugs. Today, Latinos and Black people are subject to disproportionate drugs enforcement practice, although these groups use and sell drugs at similar rates as white. These two rates combined sell about 57%, white sitting at about 43%. The reason for this is the government characterized drugs, and this is how they target minorities. For example, crack cocaine is a Schedule I drug and described as one of the most dangerous drugs available with harshest penalties associated with it. While cocaine, the main ingredient in crack cocaine, is only a Schedule III drug. Why would the DEA do this? Well, to answer this question, we would have to look at the drugs that are mainly found. Cocaine is considered money drug by most people, with majority of its base user being suburban people in this neighborhood are on government assistance programs such as food stamps, housing, SSI, and other forms of welfare, costing the taxpayer more in the long run, getting these people and making it harder for them to find jobs and the productive citizen. One of the most benefits of legalization drugs would be that the crimes produced in America, they would have more focus on actual crimes such as murder, rape, thieves, etc. In Portugal, drugs are decriminalized, and when someone gets caught with a small amount of drugs for health issues, their penalty is not harsh as it would be if you get caught in America. What they would do is give them a small fine or a referral to a treatment program instead of the jail time or a criminal record. This would also increase in safety, as in America, people would most likely overdose or transmit disease to others by using dirty needles or sharing needles. As in Portugal, people are going to a facility to get their use, and they give them the right amount, and as well they monitor them. And they also use sterile needles, so most likely they won't transfer any disease such as HIV or hepatitis C. So in this case, in Portugal, their overdose rate has dropped over the past years. Just think of all the money that can put into our health care system instead of into correctional facilities. If we would use Portugal as a model, as it is, we would have more jail in America. As it is, we have more jails in America than other nations to date. Why that is, I think the money we can make off legalizing drugs would be for more than the money we make off of imprisoning our people. It would also make it harder for drugs cartels to make money, because everyone knows you can't compete with Big Brother. America just America just doesn't seem to learn from past mistakes. The prohibition era should have been a good example of what not to do. It gives birth to modern organized crime and shows that dealing in an illegal drug can be highly lucrative business. Once the government had admitted they are wrong, they briefly legalized alcohol, the crime rates had been dropped dramatically, but the crime lords have already gained a foothold. The same thing is happening today in our neighborhood to the south. The harder it is for them, the more the drugs, the harder for them to move the drugs into the country, the more they charge for the product. So the solution is simply why not legalize and tax them. This will drop the profit margin and make people less likely to want to run these drugs or sell them legally on the street corners. They would be able to walk into a clinic and get treatment without prejudice and help stop the spread of infectious disease. To spread by the use of a lot of these drugs, in my personal opinion, people would also be less likely to commit crimes as the price being changed were regulated and set across the board in the same way the same way they do with alcohol. The stronger the product and the better quality, the higher the price would be if it's purchased. It would also help greatly to reduce an overdose. People shouldn't be ashamed or live in fear of being punished for trying to better themselves or improve their lives. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.